Pooja, can you put the opening banner again?
I welcome the members, directors, and auditors to the 8th Annual General Meeting of NMDC Steel Limited. The first AGM post the demerger and listing of equity shares of the company on BSE, NSE, and Calcutta stock exchanges. This meeting is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI from time to time. Before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, let me introduce you to my colleagues on the board. Firstly, I introduce myself. I am Amitabh Mukherjee, Director Finance of the company and holding additional charge of CMD. Post demerger, I have assumed the charge of Director Finance with effect from 8/11/22 and the additional charge of CMD with effect from 1/3/23. Now I request the other board members to kindly introduce themselves.
Good afternoon. I am Dilip Kumar Mohanty, Director of Production on the board of the company. Demerger, I have assumed the charge of Director of Production on the board of the company effective from 8/11/2022.
Good afternoon. I am Vishwanath Suresh, Director Commercial. I have joined the board of NMDC Steel Limited on 20th March 2023. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Vinay Kumar, Director Technical. I have joined the board of the NMDC Steel Limited on 90th May 2023. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am A.S. Pardasardi, Executive Director and Company Secretary of NMDC Limited. In fact, it gives me immense pleasure and it's a very proud moment for me to be part of this celebrations of the first AGM after post-demerger, as wealth has been unlocked for this company. As part of I will be addressing, it gives me immense pleasure to be addressing all of you as part of the NMDC management. I'd like to thank all the directors on the board of NMDC Limited, including the Government of India nominee directors and senior management for their constant and untiring efforts for implementing the demerger of the iron and steel plant into your company, namely NMDC Steel Limited, and unlocking the inherent shareholder wealth in this process. I would also like to thank the administrative ministry, namely Ministry of Steel, Government of India, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and State Government of Chhattisgarh, envisioning the carve-out and listing of equity shares of NMDC Steel Limited with the culmination of increasing in the shareholder wealth. The company has been scaling newer heights every day since the day of listing and currently has a market capitalization of around 16,800 crores. I would now like to hand over the mic to my colleague Aniket Kulshrestha, Company Secretary, NMDC Steel Limited, to take the proceedings of the AGM forward. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. A very warm good afternoon to all of you. I am Aniket Kulshrestha, Company Secretary of NMDC Steel Limited. I extend a very warm welcome to all the shareholders at the 8th Annual General Meeting of your company. At the outset, I would like to welcome Shri Amitabh Mukherjee, Director of Finance holding additional charge of CMD. Shri Dilip Kumar Mohanty, Director Production, Shri Vishwanath Suresh, Director Commercial, and Shri Vinay Kumar, Director Technical, Functional Directors on the board. We are also glad to have Shri A.S. Pardasardi, ED and Company Secretary of NMDC on the dais with us. I would also like to welcome Shri Devidatta Satapathy, Director, Ministry of Steel, Vice Representative of Honorable President of India. Apart from them, we also have key executives and senior management officials joining from their respective locations. I would also like to introduce you to Messrs. N.G. Rao and Associates, statutory auditors of the company, Secretarial Auditor and Scrutinizer, Shri B.R. Agarwal, internal auditors, and the registrar and share transfer agents, Messrs. RP Consultants Private Limited. And I extend a very warm welcome to all of them. We have the requisite quorum present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. And in terms of Article 52 of Articles of Association of the company, I would request Sri Amitabh Mukherjee, CMD, to take the chair and call the meeting to order.
Right, sir. I call this meeting to order. Now I request Company Secretary to provide general instructions to members regarding participation in this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Members may kindly note that this AGM is being held through video conference in accordance with the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by MCA and SEBI from time to time. The facility for joining through video conference and other audio-visual means is made available to all the members on first-come, first-served basis. The Register of Directors and KMP and the Register of Contracts and Arrangements have been available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM, and members seeking to inspect such documents can send their request through email at cs_nasp@nmdc.co.in. The company has received requests from a few members to register themselves for speakers at this meeting, and accordingly the floor will be open for these members to questions or express their views. The moderator will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for question and answers. It may be noted the company reserves the right to limit the number of members depending upon the availability of time at this AGM. In compliance with the aforesaid circulars, the notice of AGM along with the annual report has been sent through electronic mode to all the shareholders whose email IDs were registered. However, the company is in receipt of requests for obtaining physical copies of annual report, and efforts are being made to provide them to the shareholders at the earliest. The company had also provided the facility for remote voting on the resolutions proposed in the notice through NSDL. Members who have not cast their votes electronically yet and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes through the e-voting system being provided by NSDL. I would now like to request Shri Amitabh Mukherjee, Chairman of the meeting, to address the shareholders.
Thank you. Dear shareholders, great pride, I welcome you to the 8th annual general meeting of your company, the first AGM post-demerger, and after the listing of the equity shares on BSE, NSE, and CSE. And since the company entered the glorious league of Indian steelmakers by operationalizing the steel plant. The global economy is slowing, and the growth trajectories are diverging across regions amidst moderating but above target inflation, tight financial conditions, simmering geopolitical conflicts, and geoeconomic fragmentation. While the global growth is projected to fall from 3.5% in 2022 to 3% growth in calendar year 23 and calendar year 24 on an annual average basis, the domestic economic activity is maintaining resilience. It is expected that India will grow at 6.1 to 6.5% in FY24. Global steel production stood at 1885 million ton in calendar year 22. China accounted for approximately 54% of global steel production, followed by India, Japan, US, and Russia, collectively producing approximately 19%. Though the global steel production observed 4% decline as compared to the corresponding period of last year, that is calendar year 21, that the global production was 1962 million ton. India's production increased by 5.5% in the same period, from approximately 118 million ton in calendar year 21, 125 million ton in calendar year 22. India's per capita consumption of steel is growing at the highest rate after China amongst the other countries across the globe. India has exhibited an appreciable growth with a CAGR of 3.5% from 70.7 kg in 2018 to 81.1 kg in 2020 against a global decline of 0.02%, which majorly got affected due to the impact of COVID-19. With increased push on infrastructure, housing, multimodal connectivity projects, amongst others, and increasing urbanization, driving the consumption, domestic steel industry's future remains healthy. The government of India started a roadmap to augment India's steel production capacity to 300 million ton per annum by 2030. To fulfill this vision, greenfield steel plants being promoted in middle-rich states of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, and Odisha. In honor of NMDC's long-standing relationship with Chhattisgarh and its people, we began a journey to set up a 3 MTPA capacity greenfield integrated steel plant at Nagarnar, Chhattisgarh. With the intent to bring more value to the stakeholders, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs in October 2020 accorded in principle approval for demerger of NISP into a separate company. Duly following procedure as per statutory provisions, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, dated 6th October 2022, granted approval to the scheme of arrangement of demerger of NMDC Iron and Steel Plant Business Undertaking from NMDC Limited, which is now the demerged company, to NMDC Steel Limited, resulting company. The appointed date for the demerger was 1st April 21, and the scheme was operative with effect from 13th October 22. The demerged company, NMDC, then issued equity shares in the ratio of 1:1 to shareholders, unlocking its inherent wealth. These equity shares were listed on NSE, BSE, and CSE and admitted to dealings with effect from 20th February 23. Accordingly, your company, an erstwhile subsidiary of NMDC, transformed itself into a listed entity with an equity base of 2,930 crores. The company had not commenced its commercial production as on 31st March 23, hence no profit loss were declared for the financial year 22-23. However, the steely resolve of the management, employees, and the workmen, and constant support from the administrative ministry and NMDC management, the steel plant achieved the following milestones. NSL commissioned its coke oven battery on 28th of October 22 and coke oven battery 2 on 24th April 23. The two coke oven batteries, 7 meter tall and with 67 ovens each, can produce gross coke in the order of 1.76 million tons annually. Our 460 square meter sinter plant was put on hot trials on 19th April 23. The sinter machine has a production capacity of 4.74 million tons per annum with a waste heat recovery circular cooler and a slit burner and the furnace to maximize the heat consumption in the sintering process. NSL started producing industrial gases from its oxygen plant on 21st April 23. The hot strip mill was up and running on 30th June 23. Our steel plant is home to India's second largest blast furnace in volume, 4,500 cubic meters with Crawlworth top charging facility. Named after the native deity, the Ma Danteshwari blast furnace was lit up on 12th August 23 and hot metal production started from 15th of August 23. The torch poured steel blowing of one of the largest blast furnaces in the country set the ball rolling for final commissioning. Soon thereafter, the steel melting shop was operationalized on 21st August 23. The steel melting shop consists of two converters. It's combined blower facility to reduce oxygen consumption. 2 hot metal desulfurization stations to reduce brewing time and flux consumption, adding refining furnaces to raise temperature and adjust the chemical composition of molten metal, and 1 RH degasser to enable production of high-grade steel. The steel plant's thin slab caster started on 24th August 23 with a 100% hot charging facility of thin slab through a tunnel furnace to the hot strip mill to minimize energy consumption. This plant is designed to be one of the country's most energy efficient and environmentally conscious steel plants in tandem with Government of India's vision of producing sustainable steel. On 24th August 23, NMDC Steel Limited produced its final product, the HR coil, only 9 days after the production of hot metal. Coming as it does from a mining major with no prior experience of steel making, this achievement was historic. The plant, once completely operational, will be producing an impressive array of products like HR plates, API 5L, plates, HR sheets, HR coils, high carbon steel, silicon steel, and automotive steel. The integrity and quality of steel from NSL will speak of the diligence of every person in this project. On behalf of the board, I extend our deep gratitude to the administrative ministry, that is the Ministry of Steel, Government of India, Chhattisgarh State Government, NMDC Management, Econ, and our technology providers like BHEL, Tata Projects, Prime Metals, Chorus, Thermax, NBC, Linde, and others for their unflinching support to the company, which has enabled NSL to grow from strength to strength. This achievement would not have been possible without the support of steel makers of India, SAIL, JSW, and JSPL, who stood with us through the commissioning of the steel plant. I am also grateful to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, SEBI, BSE, NSE, and CSE, shareholders, bankers, lenders, creditors for their constant support in this journey. I would also like to acknowledge the dedication of the company's workforce and appreciate the resilience and commitment shown by them in commencing the plant operations. I am happy to inform you that NSL has produced over 6 lakh tons of gross coke, 57,000 tons of hot metal, 21,000 tons of pig iron, 1,700 tons of liquid steel, and 1,600 tons of HR coil. The NMDC steel plant is a modern, sophisticated 3 MTPA capacity integrated steel plant with a compact layout utilizing only 1,800 acres of land at a sanction cost of approximately 23,840 crores. With the momentum we have and the support of all our stakeholders, we are geared up to put the steel plant in full swing so as to create value for all our stakeholders and produce sustainable steel for India. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for such insights into the functioning and the entire journey which has gone into the development of this company, sir. I would like to bring to the notice of the shareholders that the company has taken all feasible efforts under the current circumstances to enable members to participate through video conference in order to vote and attend the AGM. With the permission of Chair, I would now like to present to you that the statutory auditors, Messrs. N.G. Rao and Associates, have submitted an unmodified audit report, and it does not contain any qualification, reservation, or adverse remark for the financial year 2022-23. The report submitted by Secretarial Auditor, Messrs. B.R. Agarwal and Associates, for the financial year 2022-23 also does not contain any adverse reservation or adverse remark. However, they have pointed out that about the composition of the board of directors with regard to absence of independent directors on the board and non-constitution of board level committees. The company is in constant communication with the administrative ministry, that is Ministry of Steel, Government of India, requesting them to appoint requisite number of independent directors on the board. The statutory auditor's report is available on page number 91 of the annual report, and secretarial audit report is mentioned on page number 30 of the annual report, and the same is for reference of the shareholders. As the notice is already circulated to all the members and is available on the website of the company and also on the website of the stock exchanges, with the permission of chair, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. We have 2 items of ordinary business and 6 items of special business as mentioned in the notice of 8th AGM of the company, and the same is being proposed for voting by the shareholders. Before we go live with the full Q&A, there are some of the points to note for your convenience. Kindly turn on your video when you are projected on the broadcast screen. Kindly unmute yourself and proceed to ask the question. Please mention your name, DPID client ID and credentials and proceed to ask the question. To avoid repetition, the board will respond to all the questions at the end. Once you have asked your question, you can switch off the video and mute yourself and continue to watch the proceedings. The board will be taking questions from shareholders in 2 to 3 sets, depending upon the number of questions. However, the management reserves the right to limit the number of members depending upon the availability of time. With the permission of chair, sir, can you invite the question, sir?
Done. It was tabled and taken as read.
Yeah, please. So, with the permission of the chair, I would now request to the speaker shareholders. Shareholder number 1, Mr. Kamal Kishore Jhawar. Sir, are you there with us?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
ओके चेयरमैन सर, ऑल राइटर्स को मेरा नमस्कार। आज सबको हार्दिक बधाई हो। अपना ये कंपनी का हमको एनएमडीसी से 1 शेयर मिला है 1:1। उसके बाद ये फर्स्ट मीटिंग है, बहुत अच्छा है सर। आज बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। शेयर प्राइस भी बहुत अच्छा है, हमारा डबल प्राइस होगा एक एनएमडीसी का और एनएमडीसी स्टील का। और सेकंड, आपने चेयरमैन इस चीज में पूरा ऑल डिटेल बता दिया सर। और इसमें और एक बात बोलता हूँ, आरसी कंसल्टेंट का बहुत अच्छा सर्विस है साहब, बहुत वेरी वंडरफुल सर्विस, बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स है, बहुत अच्छा सर्विस है, बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स है सर। और आते तो दीपावली दशहरे की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। आज जन्माष्टमी के दिन अपना फर्स्ट मीटिंग है, जन्माष्टमी के भगवान के दिन आज फर्स्ट अपना एजीएम है, बहुत अच्छा दिन है। और हमेशा अपनी कंपनी एनएमडीसी स्टील का इम्प्रूवमेंट होते रहे और इन्वेस्टरों का फायदा मिलते रहे और डिविडेंड मिलता रहे। और मैं ज्यादा कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहता हूँ साहब। और हमारे पार्षद साथी साहब तो हमारे को साहब 25 ईयर से हमारे को इनसे रिलेशन है। और आज इस कंपनी में ये ग्रुप में आने के बाद ये कंपनी में डेवलपमेंट बहुत करे और उनकी भी उन्नति हुई, हमको बहुत खुशी है। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you for your encouraging words.
धन्यवाद, आपको भी शुभकामनाएं।
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Shri Santosh Kumar Saraf to kindly unmute himself and proceed with asking the question, please. Mr. Saraf, are you on the line? Mr. Saraf, are you on the line?
आशा करता हूँ आप लोग अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में अच्छे से होंगे सर। सर, मैं उन कर्मचारी भाइयों का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ। करीबन 1000 से ऊपर जो कर्मचारी भाई बहन है उनका भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ, जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत के कारण हम फर्स्ट ईयर की जो कंपनी का रिजल्ट है काफी अच्छा दे सके सर। उन भाई बहनों से मेरा प्रार्थना है कि आप इसी तरह करिए। ये हमारा फर्स्ट ईयर एजीएम है, ये आगे भी अब बढ़ेंगे तो हमें डिविडेंड भी मिलेगा और बहुत आर्थिक ग्रोथ मिलेगी सर। सर, मैं ये जानना कहूंगा तो आप लोग कहेंगे तो स्टील कंपनी है इसलिए इसमें फीमेल कमती है सर, लेकिन आप लोग फीमेल को कमजोर मत समझिए। आपके वर्कर 20% फीमेल है, इम्प्लाई 5% है। तो जो वर्कर 20% फीमेल काम कर सकती है तो इम्प्लाई क्यों नहीं काम कर सकता है? फीमेल में वर्कर का तो हार्ड वर्क होता है, इसके बारे में विचार करिएगा और नारी शक्ति को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए जरूर कदम उठाइए। देश को तीसरी महाशक्ति बनाना तो उसका एक ही उपाय है, नारी को ज्यादा से ज्यादा एम्पावरमेंट किया जाए। सर, फ्यूचर में हमारे एक्सपेंशन के लिए क्या प्लान है? क्योंकि अब हम सेपरेट हो गए पहले एनएमडी के अंदर से, तो हमें अपने आप को इंडिविजुअल के अंदर में ग्रोथ करना है। तो इसके लिए क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं बताने कष्ट करिएगा सर। और सर, इनसाइडर ट्रेडिंग के लिए आपने क्या कदम उठाए इसके बारे में बताइएगा सर। और सर, इसमें अपने रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी का क्या यूज कर रहे हैं इसके बारे में बताइएगा, क्योंकि स्टील प्लांट में काफी अपने को एनर्जी लगती है, तो इसके लिए रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी ज्यादा से ज्यादा यूज हो, इसके लिए क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं, और रिसाइकलिंग रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग के लिए क्या कदम उठाए, ये भी बताइएगा सर। और मैं ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा सर, काफी अच्छा अपने है, और पहले पहले साल तो अभी प्रश्न करने लायक कोई चीज नहीं है। मैं इतना ही कहूंगा सर कि हमारे सेक्रेटरी उनको टीम को मैं आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जिन्हें मुझे लिंक प्रोवाइड की। और लास्ट में सर यही कि आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर है, जितने भी अधिकारी, जितने भी भाई बंधु आज प्रेजेंट है, उनके उनके परिवार को 2023-24 की शुभकामना देता हूँ, और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ फाइनेंशियल 2023 सभी के लिए हेल्थी वेल्थी और सेफ्टी के साथ बेहतर। लास्ट में यही रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर फिजिकल मीटिंग अगले साल बदली परमिशन नहीं मिलती है, फिजिकल करनी भी पड़ती है, तो उसमें 15 से 20 मिनट का बीसी ऑप्शन रखिएगा हाइब्रिड का, जिससे जो आपके एरिया के बाहर वाले शेयर होल्डर हैं वो आपके कर्मचारी के प्रति आभार प्रकट कर सके जो अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं फैक्ट्री में और अपने मिल में। धन्यवाद, मॉडरेटर को भी धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार।
Thank you, Mr. Saraf. I would now like to invite Srimati Bharti Saraf. We go on to the next speaker, Mr. Praful Chapra, please. Okay, let us get back to them once we finish up with all the other speakers. Mr. Rindappa Gundaluru.
Chairman ji, Amitabh Mukherjee ji, and all the executive directors, non-executive directors, and my company secretary Ankil ji, and also our senior company secretary NMDC Parthasari sir. Namaste. Good afternoon. My name is Rettappa Gundur. I'm from Hyderabad, sir. In the morning, I attended the NMDC also. I felt very happy to attend this NMDC steel also. Sir, I'm the shareholder of since NMDC, very senior shareholder, sir. Sir, as a shareholder, I'm very happy. As a first AGM attending the NMDC steel, sir. Congratulations for successfully the completion of demerger with NMDC and successful listing in exchanges in this financial year, sir. I'm very felt happy, sir. Sir, Chairman, sir, in your speech, you have given very wonderful information about the company. We are the second largest company in your, we came to know in your speech, sir. And also, sir, here my question is, sir, what is the steps you are taking, sir, for this our project? When can we expect the break even in this financial year in our plan, sir? Please give me comments, sir. And also, second question is, sir, our large mega steel plant of 3.0 MTPA. What is your comments at this your plant, sir? And also, sir, in the Chhattisgarh in backward area, so what your plans to give a local empowerment, sir, their backward area? So what are the talent hunt you are going, sir, for job employment creation and all? These are another question, sir. Or another question is, sir, the couple of years to 5 years, sir. What is your vision? What is your expansion? What is your goal? What is the strategic plan, sir? I would like to know from Mr. Chairman. And also, sir, my humble request is, sir, please arrange a plant visit, sir, so that we can know many things about my company expansion. As a shareholder, as a financial advisor, I'm very much interested to know the knowledge from the steel plant, sir. Please kindly arrange a plant visit, sir, for your client approval I'm seeking, sir. And also, sir, I already support all the resolution, Mr. Company Secretary Ankit ji. I wish all the best, Ankit ji. जैसा आपने आगे बढ़ना चाहिए, जैसा हमारा पार्थसारथी साहब 25 years, more than 30 years से हम लोग को इतना कंपनी को सेवा कर रहे हैं, एक भी सर उनके लीडरशिप में there is no black spot in my company operations in company secretary department. Like that, you have to grow and throughout my company, sir. So हमारा सपोर्ट हमारा हैदराबाद शेयर होल्डर्स का और ऑल ओवर इंडिया शेयर होल्डर्स आपका सपोर्ट आपके बारे में है, अंकित जी. आप आगे बढ़िए, सर. We are with you, sir. Chairman, sir, finally I'm concluding, sir. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to speak the wonderful professional management in front of today, sir. The morning now also I'm very happy, sir. And again, I'm confident that under leadership, my company MNDCs will come out with very good, wonderful results coming financial years, sir. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, sir. I'm enabling my video, sir. I wanted to show my face to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Next.
My thing, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaskar, namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Namaste, namaste.
Next, we have Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain, are you with us?
हाल के दिनों में दक्षिण चीन सागर में चीन की दबंगई कुछ ज्यादा ही बढ़ गई है।
It may bit loud, sir.
तो चीन के आसपास इन देशों को
Your voice is not audible, sir. Can you be a bit louder?
रेखा बनानी जिसे 9-9 कहा जाता है और युक्त समझौतों की भी अनदेखी करता है।
Sir, you can reconnect again. We can come back to you. The next speaker is Mr. Ajay Kumar Jain. Mr. Ajay Jain, kindly unmute yourself and proceed with your question, please.
शेयर होल्डर बोल रहा हूँ और ये आज का दिन मेरे लिए बहुत ऐतिहासिक दिन है कि मैं कंपनी की फर्स्ट लिस्टिंग के बाद अपने यशस्वी चेयरमैन साहब के सामने बोल रहा हूँ और ये मेरे को मैं उनके लिए धन्यवाद करूंगा। आज हमारे चेयरमैन साहब ने जो मीटिंग से पहले जो डेमो दिखाया था उससे हमारी कंपनी के और दिखता है कि कितनी अच्छी कितनी बड़ी कंपनी है हमारी। हम लोग शेयर होल्डर को पता चला कि कितने प्लांट हैं, क्या एक्टिविटीज है और हमारे आदरणीय चेयरमैन साहब ने अपनी चेयरमैन स्पीच में जो एक वित्त के विशेषज्ञ भी हैं उन्होंने आज अध्यक्षता संभाल रहे हैं, अपना इतनी विस्तारवादी योजना करंट में क्या क्या काम कर रहा है, यही एक आपकी अलग विजन है। और सर जो आपने करके दिखाया है कंपनी ने उसको शेयर बाजार ने भी पूरा हाई करा है। आज हमारा प्राइस बिल्कुल 52 हफ्ते के हाई के ऊपर काम कर रहा है क्योंकि मैं तो इतना आपको समझ पाया आपकी स्पीच से या बैलेंस शीट के माध्यम से पढ़कर कि आपकी जो पॉलिसी है कि मेहनत इतनी खामोशी से करो कि सफलता शोर मचा दे, वो आपने करके दिखाया है। आने वाला समय इतना अच्छा ब्राइट होगा क्योंकि बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स में इतने अच्छे अनुभवी डायरेक्टर्स बैठे हैं जो आपको सहयोग देते रहेंगे। और मेरी कंपनी का जो आज प्राइस है ना सर, जब हम अगली बार जब मीटिंग में बैठेंगे तो शायद इससे कई गुना ज्यादा होगा क्योंकि जहां काम करने की नीयत अच्छी हो और उसका रिटर्न शेयर होल्डर को देने की हो, उसके लिए जितनी तारीफ करी जाए। प्रश्न तो सर आपसे बनता ही नहीं है क्योंकि आपने तो काम करके दिखाया, पर पूछने को कोई भी पूछे लेकिन जो काम करता है उसकी तारीफ भी होनी चाहिए सर। और सर मैं तो एक बात आपसे छोटा सा निवेदन करना चाहूंगा, ये एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण है, यदि चेयरमैन साहब और आज पूरा बोर्ड बैठा है कभी इस पे ध्यान दें, एक छोटा सा कोई क्वाइन या इस रूप में हम लोगों को भेजें जो स्पीकर्स हैं तो उसको हम संभाल के रखेंगे कि अरे हम तो आज उस मीटिंग की फर्स्ट एजीएम में पार्टिसिपेंट कर रहे थे और आने वाली जनरेशन को भी दिखाएंगे कि देखिए उस टाइम कंपनी ने स्टार्टिंग में कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंचाया। यदि संभव हो सके तो कराइएगा, वरना कोई मेरी तरफ से प्रेशर रिक्वेस्ट है क्योंकि एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण है सर। और आज सबसे बड़ी बात है कि आज हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का नारा है आत्मनिर्भर भारत, तो उसमें आपने उनके कंधे से कंधा मिला के उनका सहयोग दिया है, यही हमारी कंपनी की अनुशंसा है। मैं एक शेयर डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में भी कहना चाहूंगा, जिस तरह पार्थी सारथी साहब का अनुभव था और उनकी प्रमोशन हुई, उनको शुभकामनाएं। और उसी परंपरा को लगता है हमारे नए जो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब है उन्होंने बढ़ाया, उन्होंने इस मीटिंग को का आयोजन को एक औपचारिकता न समझ के जिम्मेदारी निभाई। मैं एक दिल्ली में बैठा हूँ, उन्होंने वहां से भी मुझे फोन किया और आज भी फोन किया, किसी प्रकार की दिक्कत नहीं आ रही। तो मैंने कहा सर इतनी एक
Sir, if you could limit your discussion, please.
ओके सर, मैं आपसे देता हूँ। नमस्कार जी।
Yeah, thank you so much. Next we have Shri H.S. Patel, another shareholder on the line. Mr. Patel, kindly unmute yourself, please. Next we have Mr. Mahesh Kumar Bubna. Okay. Next in the line is Mr. Rohit. Is he there with us? Okay. Next speaker who is registered with us is Mr. Shrikant.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. We can hear you.
रेस्पेक्टेड चेयरमैन, ऑल आवर बोर्डर्स को धन्यवाद जो अपना फर्स्ट टाइम अपना वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग हो रहा है, इसी तरह वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग रखिए सर। आज सुबह थोड़ा एनएमडीसी का मीटिंग में थोड़ा मैं टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम था, इसके लिए अटेंड नहीं करा। और मैं पात्र साथी साहब को नमस्ते करता हूँ, जो मैं सर को आईवीआरएल से ज्यादा जानता हूँ और सूरत देखे तो पहचानेंगे, तो मैं पार्था साथी साहब को भी नमस्ते करता हूँ। और सर आपने जो 1 सितंबर को जो छत्तीसगढ़ के बारे में कमर्शियल का बताया, उसके बारे में अगर थोड़ा जानकारी देंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा सर। और साथ में मैं आर्थिक कंसल्टेंसी को भी धन्यवाद, जो उनकी सर्विस में कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। भास्कर राव साहब को भी मैं खासकर नमस्ते करता हूँ। और आते से पूरे दशहरे दीपावली की शुभकामनाएं। और आज जन्माष्टमी है, बहुत खुशी का दिन है, जो आज फर्स्ट टाइम अपना जन्माष्टमी दिन मीटिंग हो रहा है, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Next speaker in line is Mr. Samraj Naidu.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed with your question.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay, so first of all, I'm Samraj Naidu, representing Dwarka Share Brokers. And first, we would like to give our congratulations on the historic commercial production of NMDC steel. So we have a couple of questions. You see, being an analyst in the share broker department, our job is to fix a value metric to the share. So obviously, since this historic commercial production started on August 31st, we don't have much on the financials, but we would like to. So what we did was we dug up the most recent bidding which took place last year, March 22, of Tata's buyout of NINL, and based on that, I don't have much time to explain the math, but basically it was taken at 100 and apples to apples, assets to assets at 103.75 rupees per NMDC NMDC steel share. So going by, we would now like to ask from your esteemed experience, if on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you place NINL that was pre-buyout and NMDC steel on a 1 to 10 scale, taking into consideration all the sophisticated technical and marketing attributes based on NMDC steel? If you could also give us an absolute percentage productivity gains and marketing technology gains, that also will be appreciated. We did our own research, and we have come to a back of an envelope calculation of about 28% productivity and marketing gains compared to NINL. Compared to NINL pre-Tata purchase. That is one. And secondly, we would like to ask you, I know that we know that DIPAM is taking care of the divestment, but approximately when can the financial bids be called? If you could just help us on that. And there was some news reports. We read that this is basically a zero discharge company. So we were amazed to find out, there was some farmer protests that coal sludge and silt was being carried on to their farms. And a couple of days back, there were some protests from the freight, transporters, that NMDC was not allowing them to transport the freight. So if you could tell us on the technical aspect of what is the percentage productivity gains, and secondly, the public relations that are being handled by NMDC Steel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Naidu. I would now like to invite Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Mr. Gupta, kindly unmute yourself and proceed with your question, please.
Fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I'm equity shareholder of NDMC Steel. So first of all, I thanks to you for excellent speech and good result of the company, and I thanks to the company secretary and team to help us to join this meeting through VC. So what's your future prospect for the steel industry, and what's your future plan? and VC meetings should be continued, that we can take part. I have attended this meeting from Calcutta. And sir, what's the government plan for NDM and NMDC Steel? Is there any chance to disinvestment of this company by government in near future? And sir, there was how you face the competition in the steel business, and calls, how you face the coal supply in your plant, sir. And sir, Chhattisgarh is not a backward area. Two shareholders say that Chhattisgarh is a backward state. Chhattisgarh is so developed. The top Indian cement companies are there, top steel companies are there, and I strongly support all the resolutions. And sir, with the hope that we will get more return in future under your leadership, and try to consider something to the speakers on the eve of first AGM of the company after the demerger, sir. And I wish to God to give you more success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta. Next, we have Ms. Jayaben Kaushikbhai Desai. Okay. Next, we have Mr. Gautam Nandi. Is he with us? Okay. Next, I invite Mr. Saket Kapoor to join with us. Is Miss? All right. Can I now invite Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain? Is he with us? Okay, so I guess Ms. Bharti Saraf, Mr. Praful Chavra, they are not with us.
Respected Chairman, board member, and my fellow shareholders, I am joint holder in Bharti Sahab. Thanks to all of you, directors, on the first AGM. Hope next year we give the dividend. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, we conclude the question session from all the shareholders. Thank you, all of you, for all the questions. While we just sort out the answers to the same, request my team to play the corporate film which showcases the operations of the company. We'll begin with the answers to the questions in a short while.
the account.
We will now begin with the answers to the questions posed by the shareholders. I request our CMD to respond to the queries of the shareholders.
Hey, good afternoon once again, and thank you for asking the questions. I'll take them as the last mostly. I hope not to miss out on anything. I think Santosh Srivastava had asked regarding the future expansion plans. Obviously, our first priority is to ensure that the power plant stabilizes and then we ramp up the production to the capacity of the plant. This is the first plant in India which has ever produced steel within 9 days of producing which in itself is a record. We have now started the coils, we've started taking continuous heats. We plan to ramp up at least this year. We will sell do more than 1 million ton of products, about 1.2 is the target. And if we achieve that target, we hope to have cash break even. Having additional units or extending the capacity of the plant is can come only after the plant stabilizes fully and after having visibility of the business to process. So far as AG, things, and cycling, etc. I would like to inform you that this is the most modern plants not only in India but in the world as well. So we would generally have 16 to 20 megawatts the blast furnace itself, the top rate of the turbine. A total of 80 megawatts would be generated, 16 megawatts would be generated gases. And so far as the recycling is concerned, in the steel plant almost nothing is waste. We use the whatever that is there is recycled into either recycled into the plant or sold as a byproduct. So technically, nothing in this plant is thrown off as waste. Everything has value added. Sometimes we use pigs, sometimes we use slag. We reuse it in the furnaces, and whatever we actually use in the dust or whatever it is, nothing is actually thrown off as waste from this plant. Mr. Yapa had asked about the break even. It is every break even is not a constant thing because with prices increase and then the break even selling prices increase. But as things stand today, if I take today's prices, I think at around 50% of employee capacity utilization, even between 50 to 55%, we should be breaking even. But obviously, this is subject to, it's a dynamic status, right? Not something that will stay like that. And so far as the vision statement is concerned, obviously, we would like to be known as one of the best steel makers. Not only in this country, but in this world, if you know that our the plants itself, the SMS, the blast furnace, or the mills are state of the art. This plant is capable of producing the highest quality steel that is available, I will say, in my shareholders, Indian grade steels and automotive grade steels and bond grade steel, So there's a lot of scope of value addition here. And they can go up to 1 gigawatt, 5 to 1 gigawatt. So naturally, how do we expect our products to fetch a premium in the market? And I think that is the uniqueness of this plant. And apart the one unique thing about this plant is the least amount of fuel we consume. Not only that we are generating power from whether it is our blast furnace or our gases, but also we have what is called the slab casting. We don't big slabs and then rebuild them. So it is one of the hot strip mill actually uses the hot strip and slab, which is then put to the furnace and then go into coils in one continuous action. So this is one of the most energy efficient plants that can possibly be built. To that extent, it is one of the most state of the art, and this thin slab caster is one of the most efficient plants. Because we don't make it back to the temperature, and according to consumers, very less energy to make some amount of steel. Regarding this investment, as we know, the investment process is being run by the steel limited, but the process is on obviously, and since this is a state of the art plant, there is more than adequate reference here, which is very, very obvious because this is a new plant, state of the art plant, and the UI has generated multiple. First, the process is on. I think the process once this plant has been commissioned, which has already been commissioned, and we can hope that process might get accelerated now. We are waiting for the commissioning of it. And Mr. Naidu had actually spoken about some evaluation that he did with the Naidu. All I would like to have Mr. Kifas that these are adequate in this comparison, because the different set of facts, and this is a completely different facts. I'm sure the leaders will have the evaluations, but please understand that this is essentially what do you call it? Shares that will be made. So accordingly, it is not it's not a part sale that way. It's actually shared sales. It's not a sub sale, it's actually a share sale. So according to the valuation, but I don't think it is logical to compare the 8% of the investment process, because they have to stand alone and completely different. You can't compare apples to oranges. The future plan that Mr. Gupta had asked about future plan investment, I have already sort of covered in my responses. And so far as I think I've more or less provided the one of the issues that is actually referred to the zero discharge. This is indeed a zero liquid discharge plant. We're not going to discharge this liquid from this plant. This plant is designed that way. It is the most environmentally friendly design of the plant. We will be recycling all liquid gases here. In fact, almost no gases will have to be once the entire plant is operational. Hardly any gases discharge also, because the entire thing is supposed to be recycled. So as I have been telling you, that this is one of the most environmentally friendly plants that is possible in today's technology. So we hope to understand the way it is designed, and we have a very down action plan for ramping this up in the next 3 to 4 months. Our efforts and our full attention is towards ramping up the plant, and so that we can achieve the financial break-even, at least the cash break-even within this financial year itself. With that, I think I have covered most of the answers here. So I request the company secretary to take the things further.
I would like to thank the chairman, sir, for providing such detailed insights into the sector as well as the functioning of the company, and enlightening all our shareholders. Thank you, sir. With that, I would hand over back to you, sir, for the concluding remarks.
Thank you. Members may note that the voting of the AGM platform will continue for the next 15 minutes. Therefore, members who have not cast their vote yet are requested to do so. Shri Rajesh Agarwal, practicing company secretary, as a supervisor, has been appointed to supervise the voting process. Further, I hereby authorize the company secretary to declare the result of the voting and place the results on the website of the company at the earliest. The resolutions, as set forth in the notice, shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. Thank you all for attending the meeting, and I hereby declare the proceedings as closed. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I wish to place on record sincere thanks and gratitude to the CMD, Director Finance, Director Production, Director Commercial, Director Technical, and Shri Devidatta Satapathy, attending on behalf of Honorable President of India, and other shareholders, auditors, secretarial auditors, and scrutinizers for their invaluable support. I would also like to thank the government honorable directors on the board, Srimati Sukriti Nikhi, AS&FA Ministry of Steel, and Shri Abhijit Tarendra, Joint Secretary Ministry of Steel, for their relentless support to us. I would also like to thank the members of senior management, key officials, executives and workmen for their immense contribution and efforts, which has helped in culminating and shaping this annual report for the financial year 2022-23 and the successful conduct of this AGM. Last but not the least, I will place on record and acknowledge the support, cooperation and guidance received from Ministry of Steel, the State Government of Chhattisgarh, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, SEBI, WIPUM, stock exchanges, technical collaboration partners, bankers, suppliers and other stakeholders, both domestic and international, in providing relentless support to the company to go from strength to strength. Thank you all for attending the meeting. Thank you.